Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm Megan Glova. More than 1,000 jobs are coming to Edgecombe County. Joining us now to talk about the $1.4 billion project is WRAL's Heidi Kirk. Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Megan.
So tell us a bit more about Natron Energy.
Yeah, so Natron Energy is a California-based company. They were founded back in 2012, and they're headquartered in Santa Clara, California. Now, they describe themselves as a pioneer in researching, developing, manufacturing sodium-ion batteries. So you might be asking yourself, what is a sodium-ion battery? Well, they use something that's super cool. It's called Prussian blue electrodes. And what they do is deliver safe, high-power, long-lasting battery energy more sustainably than kind of your average battery. Now, they diminish the need for rare earth metals like things like cobalt or lithium and kind of like your regular standard AA batteries, and they're using these more sustainable materials. So what are they used for exactly? Well, things like AI data centers, military and defense uses, EVs, which is a big one recently and something that you'll hear a lot more about in the years to come. But essentially, it's a super exciting development to have coming here because it's so innovative and so new.
Okay, wonderful. And where will the plant itself go?
Absolutely. This was my first question, too, because it's going to be a pretty massive development. And I'm based out here in Rocky Mount, and I was thinking through my mind, where on earth is this huge plant going to go? But the answer is the Kingsborough Business Park. And if you're familiar with the area at all, most people know it. It's a huge, massive 2,000-acre plot of land, and most of it's completely empty. I drove by it today, and it kind of looks like your average forest and a few plots of empty land, but it's a pretty massive area. And one of the things that the company, Natron, said they really liked about it is that they were able to get 437 acres of shovel-ready land. So what that means is it's already equipped with a lot of the things that are necessary to actually build on top of it. And it's nestled right in Edgecombe County between Rocky Mount and the town of Tarboro. It's in a really central location. It's actually halfway between New York and Miami at the intersection of I-95 and the future I-87. So it's really convenient if they're bringing in different executives and builders to this community to really get this site off the ground. And something that I thought was really interesting. Now, Natron said they looked at 70 sites, and they picked Edgecombe County out of all of those. So there's certainly something really special here.
Most definitely. And, speaking of Rocky Mount, 3 years ago, the QVC warehouse burned down there. Are we still seeing any impacts from that? And if so, will this plant help at all?
Definitely. And I wasn't around at WRAL when the QVC fire happened, but it's something that I still hear about today. Now, 1,900 jobs were lost at that time. I mean, just think about how massive that is. It really caused a huge impact in this area. And that distribution center at QVC has been here since 1999. They expanded in 2011. They employed hundreds of people. So you can imagine when this fire happened, it was just the ultimate source of devastation. So, of course, this is going to be a huge help. I mean, I think the county hasn't fully recovered from that loss, even though it was back in 2021. But the new plant is going to bring more than 1,000 jobs, like you mentioned. So some of those people that weren't able to continue working at QVC, even if they've moved on and found other modes of employment, this is going to be a great step with high-paying jobs in an area that definitely needs it.
That's great. And you did mention those 1,900 jobs lost from the QVC fire. So what have we seen in terms of employment in the county since then and right now?
Well, we looked into this today, and I've got some numbers for you. I'm not a numbers person, so I wrote them down. So let me refer to my notes. So Edgecombe County's unemployment rate peaked at 17.1% in February 2010. So I know that was a while ago, but that's just such a shocking number. Again, 17.1%. So let's fast forward, June 2024. Now it sits a little bit lower. It's 6.1%. But that's still above the state's rate of 3.6%. And that's something that's definitely at the forefront of a lot of city and county leaders here in Edgecombe County. Now, the hope is that Natron jobs could really push that rate down. I mean, there's going to be a lot of more high-paying opportunities for people to get into, and there's definitely still a lot of people that need it, given that unemployment rate. So definitely something that's at the forefront of most people's minds as they're kind of moving forward with this development.
Absolutely. And I actually saw you spoke with someone super interesting on Thursday, Bessie Tillman. She lives near where the new plant will be, but she also has a connection to that QVC fire. So can you tell us a bit more about her story?
Well, let me tell you, Bessie Tillman is awesome. She welcomed us right into our home and was really eager to kind of share her deep history here in Edgecombe County. Like you said, she lives right over there where the site is planned. And so she was obviously interested to kind of hear a little bit more about what's coming essentially right to her backyard. And like you said, she has connections to QVC. She said 3 of her family members worked there and were essentially out of a job after the fire happened. And so she's super excited to see this plant essentially coming into her backyard. Again, it's just something that hits so close to home. You know, she has deep roots in the community, family and friends who obviously are always seeking better opportunities for employment. She said some of them just haven't found the right fit since the QVC fire. She really felt like that was a really good opportunity for them. And she was just frankly elated, so excited to even hear about the preliminary plans and the steps for this new plant right around the corner from her. And she said, hopefully, family members could have employment opportunities there. And she's certainly excited to see what, aside from the plant, other developments in this area. And I think that's something that's at the forefront of many people's minds. Of course, anytime there's new development like this, a new company, new employment opportunities, people wonder, what's going to come along with it? Is there going to be an opportunity for more businesses to pop up in this area? Better modes of transportation? I mean, really, there's just a multitude of areas in which the community could be improved because of this.
Oh my gosh, yeah, just such an exciting addition to Edgecombe County. Can't wait to hear much more about it. But next, we're going to hear what Governor Cooper had to say when we come back after the break. So Heidi, we also heard from Governor Roy Cooper on Thursday about Natron Energy. So what did he have to say?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if you know this, but Governor Cooper is actually from this area. I mean,
wow.
This is essentially his hometown. So it's really exciting whenever I get to cover Cooper coming back to his community, the things that he has to say. And I mean, he was just so excited. There's really no other word for it. I mean, just absolutely to the brim with excitement hearing about this big development. And, he talked a lot today about how back in the day when he was growing up, I mean, there wasn't anything around here like this with employment opportunities that are high paying for just regular people in the community. So he was so excited, and actually wrote down a quote from him because I feel like it really captured the moment here. So Governor Cooper said, quote, "North Carolina's momentum in the clean energy economy reaches epic proportions with today's news. Natron's energy choice to be the builder in this large and unique battery factory in our state will help the nation reduce greenhouse gas emissions while creating good jobs in Rocky Mount, Nash, and Edgecombe County, and many other places in eastern North Carolina." And I feel like that really captures it. I mean, this is twofold. First of all, he's obviously been a big pusher of the clean energy economy. And this is exactly the type of company he wants to see settling down in an area that he not only grew up in, but also has been a champion in his entire campaign and since he's become governor. I mean, it's something that he's been pushing for a long time. And then at the same time, you heard him mention Rocky Mount, Nash, Edgecombe County. These jobs aren't going to just be collected in one county. I mean, this is hopefully going to bring people from all across our state, settling down in eastern North Carolina and making sure that they have an opportunity for high-paying jobs in their community. So he really captured that excitement. And, at an event at Edgecombe Community College, he wasn't the only one who spoke. There was a number of people that got up on stage and really echoed those sentiments. I mean, it brought, probably close to 100 or 200 or 300 people to an auditorium, really just capturing that excitement and welcoming Natron into our community.
All right, Heidi, thanks so much. Eastern North Carolina growing very fast over there. And thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. It's a daily email that's waiting in your inbox every morning with local news, events, and headlines to prepare you for the day ahead. Sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.